for everyone who wants a little ASMR. Techno-mysticism in media. Machines as gods. Sentient AIs, much like the ones in Warhammer 40k, or like the AI from Isaac Asimov's The Final Question, are modern day examples of machine gods in media. Ritualized technology. When I say this, I'm talking about when you're watching a movie and you see a pilot who's doing like a pre-flight of some sort, and they are flipping all the switches and then they're like bang, 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 and then it works. Some of that might be physical and some of that is what we would call superstitious. I see a lot of this as a flyer myself. People believe that if you put your boots on before alert, then something bad is gonna happen. So another part of ritualized technology would be when someone is using something in a when someone is using an ancient technology in either fantasy or science fiction that they don't fully understand, like some of the tech in Star Wars or in the movie Atlantis. Digital souls and afterlives. This goes into shows, movies where people upload their consciousness to a digital realm or a computer afterlife. The show Upload showcases this, as it's about a man who was uploaded to a luxurious afterlife that has a little bit of, you know, the modern problems of capitalism and how you have to pay to have more time in the afterlife. There's also at least one episode of Black Mirror that plays into this narrative as well. Quantum or cosmic mysticism delves into the idea that tech manipulates probability, time, and or consciousness. An example would be Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, like I've talked about before. Annihilation kind of touches on this topic as well. Why this trope resonates with us today. People already treat tech as a form of faith. We trust algorithms to find us partners, jobs, and we trust them to give us life advice. Smartphones have become sacred objects that we rely on for pretty much everything. Fans talk about companies like Apple, Tesla, Google, and Microsoft almost like they are religions. They will argue like they are religions. Like if you're ever in a conversation with someone and they have an Android and you have an iPhone, it's like a whole conflict, much like the one in the Middle East. We view tech executives like prophets, algorithms like omniscient beings, and the tech ecosystem like a religion. AI feels like a mystical entity. For example, imagine if you asked a rock a question about anything and then told people that a rock gave you the answer. People would think you're crazy. Now, in a juxtaposition, imagine going back, I don't know, 50 years and saying that you ask a computer who you should date or what job you should get or anything about the stock market, and they're gonna go, yeah, you're crazy. Kind of makes sense. You're asking a bright, glowing screen questions about everything, and that screen is made of rocks, so it's not far-fetched. Large language models behave a lot like omniscient beings. They're always watching and listening. They're always answering, and oftentimes they speak in riddles. The only reason I know this is because someone I know decided to bring up the talking chat GPT And to get a direct answer out of that thing is like pulling teeth from a great white shark. Impossible. A lot of that sounds vaguely familiar to what we would call oracles, prophets, or divine voices from fantasy or sci-fi or media in general. We also have manifestation culture, simulation theory, and something known as quantum healing. There's also an uptick in new age communities that science fiction has been warning us about for a couple decades now. Tech companies often parallel priesthoods with their secrecy and their AI laboratories. In the tech industry, you might have a sort of ritualistic event. Any of these keynote conferences mirror what you might see if you go into a megachurch. Apple stores resembling a minimalistic cathedral. The using of tech enthusiasts or the Joneses as religious evangelists. Uploading your mind reflects the fear of death, and people today often put their entire lives on social media in order to live eternally on the web, as they say. People will save voice memos or videos of loved ones that may have passed so that they can keep them around. And there's even AI companies who are trying to recreate the likeness of dead ones, which is creepy. This is our modern religion. You might think that techno-mysticism is just a science fiction trope, but we're living it. Our objects of worship have turned from Bibles into phones, AIs, and algorithms. Our rituals are updates, backups, and daily screen routines. Our prophets are futurists and tech CEOs, and our fear of the AI apocalypse is our book of Revelations. What are some things you can do to break free from this? Number one is put down your phone. Set a limit. Buy one of those little brick things. No, I'm not sponsored. I need to get one myself. Chuck this thing into the river. Number two is stop ritualizing the time you spend on your phone. Definitely turn off your notifications if you can. Set time limits for yourself or on your phone, your TV, your computer, etc. And only keep the apps that you need for school or work. Number three is stop listening to these tech CEOs and futurists. I mean, sometimes, yeah, it's nice to get a little bit of info, but crack open a Bible or listen to some of these religious dudes online. They have a lot better information than these dudes. Stop listening to doomers. Ooh. And number four would be just go outside. Touch some grass. Go on a hike. Read a book. That is something I have been doing a lot of recently, and it's a good reset. I'm starting to enjoy it more. I'm remembering more. I will tell someone about the book I'm reading so that I know that I'm like actually retaining things. Turn off your TV and just enjoy living in the moment. All of these things will make your life 10 times better, and they will fix your brain if you actually decide to go through with it. Your brain needs a detox, and it doesn't need to scroll and watch stuff 24/7. I am also the pot calling the kettle black because I spend way too much time on my phone. Pilots performing pre-flight rituals that are half physical and half superstitious.